All right, y'all, my name is Tony Schwartz. I'm here with another DJ Tips video. A couple of you asked for this one specifically. How do I keep my cables, especially power and XLR, organized? And I think that's a very key component of a good setup and for just preparing in advance, because that can save you a lot of time. I see a lot of DJs here on YouTube, especially the younger ones. They throw all their cables in a blue box and then they're throwing them on the floor and then they're looking for all the cables, and it takes up a lot of time. So if you're able to streamline your cables, if you're able to label them correctly, hint hint, that can really save you some time and be a lot more efficient. So let's take a look inside my amp rock box and I'll show you guys how I organize my cables, specifically my XLR cables. Let's take a look. All right, so first, before I even take off the packaging of a cable or I unbox a new piece of equipment, I want to put it in my inventory database. I want a count of it, update my counts if I need to, and then if there's serial numbers, I write that in as well. It's good to have that. You never know if you have theft or loss. That's a nice piece to have. So what I did here is, well, I'm going to take off the packaging. Here's another 10-foot XLR cable. And then the very first thing I do is I head over to my label maker. I love this Dymo label maker. I will put a link to it down in the description. You guys can check it out on Amazon. Highly suggest, if you don't have a label maker, get one. This one is great. And I make a little label where all I do is I write how long it is, and then if there's a certain designation to it, if it's a right angle XLR, I will put RA after that. Other than that, 10 foot, it's good enough. It's good to go. I take that label, I put it on the XLR here. Doesn't really matter which side, your choice. And then the last step is I take one of my Velcro zip ties, I put that around the cable, and then I tie it up. And that's the process. Now let's take a look inside my rack and see how I organize the shelf for XLR cables. This is the middle rack of my OSP accessories rack, and it has all my XLR cables in it. And you'll see there's not a ton of XLR cables in here because I don't need a ton of XLR cables at a gig based off the majority of the gigs I do. You'll see in the top right corner, those are my 25-foot XLRs. The top left is my 15-foot XLRs. The bottom right now, I have 6-foot XLRs, and then the bottom left, I have 3-foot XLRs, and occasionally I do throw some 1-foot XLRs in there if I feel I need some patch cables for a gig. And if I need a 50-footer or 100-footer, I will throw that in, usually in the cab of my van, and just carry that if I feel the event requires it. But most of the time, this is what I run with, and I really wanted to get a few more 10-foot XLR cables, so I felt it was complete, especially for when I'm running speakers over subs. The 6-foot ones just weren't enough based off the QSE KW181s and the QSE KW152s. So I wanted to get some 10-foot XLRs. So what I'm going to do to keep this organized and clean, I'm just going to move the 6-foot ones over here. I have 4 10-foot, so they're going to go right down here in the bottom. And then it's organized. Everything is good to go. I know where it all is. It's all labeled, as I mentioned before, with the labels. 15-foot right angle as I'm flipping through those cables. And then of course they're all Velcroed, so they're all tied. They may slide around a little bit in transport, but they're still real easy, real quick to identify what the cable is, get it out, get it and set up and ready to go. All right, so that's how I keep my XLR cables organized in my OSP accessories rack. I love this thing. I will put links in the description below to all the items I mentioned in this video. You can check them out and see if that is an option for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give me a like, write a comment below, ask a question. I answer every single comment and question you guys write down below, and share this video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't. Tons of great content coming out. I try to post once or twice a week, and I will try my best to do more. You can also check out my blog where I write pretty much every single day of the week. So thank you guys again for checking out this video, and I will see you again soon.